Hello there guys and welcome back, it's me Unstable Voltage and we are continuing our game of Civilization 5, playing as England and hopefully going to win this war, as this has been pretty much a naval domination. Just having a look there actually, there's some impressive walls and castle things going on there in Zurich. I've often wondered what happens when these city-states become more militaristic. It's not very often that they build up defences and so forth, but I imagine some of the ones that have been taken over by the likes of Genghis Khan could have had their defences and things increased a fair bit, and even had wonders built and stuff like that. But we're going to try and take Ormus back as soon as we can. So let's not wait around, we're going to go straight on to the next turn. Might take a bit of damage over here at Hamburg, which is a very real possibility. As I expected, we are taking a few shots from things around there. And we expected we were going to take a shot from this frigate over here. Not the best of positions to be in, but hopefully we can destroy that enemy frigate. I'd prefer not to lose any of my ships of the line at this point, because some of them have got quite a few promotions, and I'd like to keep them alive if at all possible. But we certainly want to take Ormus, because it's another city-state we can liberate, and it's far too close to me to allow the Mongols to actually keep a hold of that. So apparently we've connected Wales up and got a massive I Love the King Day in a lot of different places. Let's go through and have a look at our production. Berlin has finished production of a seaport. We could get another ship of the line. It's not a terrible idea right now. Is there anything more useful that we should and could have here? Not especially. I mean, we could start putting hotels everywhere and really help with the culture. That would help with happiness, I suppose, at some point. Yeah, let's have a hotel. I'm not sure how many... do we have any world wonders here? We have two. We've got the Hagia Sophia and the Parthenon, so it'll help. Let's do that then. And what else have we got? Nottingham. Not sure if we have any wonders at Nottingham. I don't think we do, so the hotel's probably a little pointless building here. Production's not bad, of course. We could build a factory and get some more production going, or of course we could spit out another submarine or ship of the line. Oddly enough, our science advisor recommends building a ship of the line. I'm not entirely sure why. Do I go for it? I'm not sure whether or not it is worth it. We can build an observatory here. No, it's constabulary. What am I doing? We've already got an observatory here. Where are we? What do we need? Machu Picchu. We could build that here. Gold from city connections. Gives us some faith. Gives us some gold. Might be worth having it. Nottingham's not really doing an awful lot that is too useful at the moment. So we've got all of these ships that were sitting in Ragusa that we can now do something more useful with. One of the first things that I'm going to do is go over here and just kill their workers off, because they're a nice easy target and I should be able to kill them in a couple of shots. Not quite as quickly as I'd hoped, actually. Let's just move these units up here, because they're going to stay here and heal up anyway, because they've already taken a little bit of a beating. That's a privateer. I don't know why I just moved that one up. You can't see them because you don't have line of sight. You take a shot at them. Wow, these workers are tough. And what I also want to do is move this ship down away from Beshbalik. I mean, it's not really in a position of danger. It can easily keep shooting at it, but there's very little point. Because I can't take it. That ship can't take it on its own. So let's wipe those workers out just to annoy them a little bit more. And what else have we got that needs orders? You're going to stay there and heal up. You are going to move down here and join in with the fight over here. You can actually... Do you have the range? Yes, you do have the range. But will you... I've just moved it to the maximum of its movement, haven't I? Yes. Didn't want to do that. I wanted to move it here, but then this hill would have probably been in the way. So the question is, what do I do with this ship of the line? Because I'm not going to be able to destroy that frigate. So I'm going to move back over here. I'm going to move right inland, actually, and hopefully heal up some. I do have some various other units around. Now, you've taken quite a nasty beating from Hamburg there, so we're going to have to move you back here. And you can actually still hit Hamburg because you have the range, and Hamburg can't hit you, so being there isn't a terrible thing either. You don't have the range, but you can still hit Hamburg. You don't have the range either, but there's nothing else going on over here. So I think what we're going to do, because he can only really fire at one of these. Of course, he does have a frigate in there as well, but we can use both of these ships to fire at Hamburg. This one's not too far off a promotion anyway. So Hamburg can't fire at this ship. This ship is going to be able to get some of his health back. He'll fire at one of these two. We should be able to do something with that. Can't see what else they've got. I think this ironclad is mainly just guarding anything that might be coming out of Karakorum. But I mean, I could directly attack. I wouldn't lose all that much health, and I do have another ironclad down here. And that just takes a massive chunk off Hamburg's health. I could potentially take that on the next turn. So let's go right ahead and see what happens. I've got a submarine somewhere trying to work its way around to the battle. There it is. Now, you're not all that much use over here because Hamburg do have a boat, but it's not going to last long. So what I'd like to do is get you over into the fight at Ormus. Now, I appreciate that's going to take a few turns. Now what somebody did remind me of after the last video, and this is something that I didn't check at the time, was to check any of these city-states that I'm at war with. Some of them may have been allies with Spain. Now, normally, if you peace out with somebody, if you're at war and you peace out with a civilization, any of their city-states that you're at war with automatically get peaced out as part of the peace deal. That's usually the defaults for a white peace. You peace out with all the city-states. However, because we didn't have a peace deal with Spain, we actually wiped them out completely. It is possible that some of the city-states were actually allied with Spain and are only at war with us because we are allied with Spain. Or also they may have changed their allegiance. So, for example, we're currently at war with Leventa. But Leventa are allied with the Incans, and, well, we're not at war with the Incans, so we should be able to go and make peace, and there you go. So it's always worth checking down. If you see any that you're at war with, like Kiev, for example, Kiev we could make peace with as well. So it is possible that they may have been allied with Spain, and obviously when Spain was destroyed they got picked up by the Incans, or it's possible that the Incans just managed to do something to get them on side. But there's not a lot of people that have influence with city-states. It's really just ourselves, Austria, and the Incans, really. But that's two less people to worry about that we could potentially be at war with. So let's carry on with that next turn. I fully expected that ironclad was going to get a bit of a beating. Still not completely destroyed, and the good thing is, he's actually taken the bait. He's gone for that ironclad as his main target, which has then left these two ship of the lines free to do what they want. So this could be a good thing for us. So we'll just wait for the city-states to take all of their turns. There's a lot of stuff going on here. We do have some promotions. Let's check those promotions out. You have a promotion. You are going to get I think we're actually going to give you the mobility. I know that we don't really need it with the perks we've got from the Great Lighthouse and playing as England and our social policies, but it is nice to actually have the additional movement. Now, you've got an ability there. We could give you Coastal Raider, which would be useful. We may well lose you if we try and take the city, though, which I've got to be careful of. We could give you an insta-heal, but I don't need to, so I'm not going to do that just yet. What I am going to do is use all of my ships of the line to bombard Hamburg to pieces. So that will be enough to take Hamburg down to nothing. Now, can this ship of the line... Yeah, it's going to do some damage, but we should still be able to take it easily. And there we go. And what we're going to do is we are going to liberate them. Now, liberating it will actually give it back to Germany. Pushes us outside of their borders now because we're not actually allies. It's a little bit of an issue here that we can't get through their borders, but what we should be able to do now is... He's still guarded with us, which is weird. even though we've liberated some of their people. No, not discuss trade. Will you... Right. Will you have embassy? Yes. Okay. But I bet you won't open borders, will you? No. Now, I said before on the last video that I hadn't actually ever liberated a city-state, sorry, I hadn't actually ever liberated a city from another civ before, and I wondered what would actually happen. Now, somebody said that they had done it, but that was actually bringing a civ back into the game, i.e. the civs actually completely lost all of their cities, and you bring them back into the game. And apparently if you do that, they actually instantly want to be best friends for life. That obviously wasn't the situation there. You're out of moves now, which is a bit of a pain. Yeah, that wasn't actually the situation there, which is a little bit of a shame. Maybe if it had been their last city and we brought them back, they may have been friendly with us. Things might change though. We'll see what happens in a turn or two. You're not quite fully healed, but I'm going to say that you've got enough health for me to be able to do what I need you to do. I can't get you over here in one turn, unfortunately. Do have to keep our eye over here at Turfen, because they are bringing out some more ships. How close can I get you? I can actually get you to there, and you're out of range of Turfan, and you should be able to still hit that frigate. I realise through the entirety of the series of this video, I keep getting my terminology for the ships of the line and frigates confused. But basically, ships of the line are frigates. They're just the British equivalent that has been massively upgraded. I can get you out of the range of Turfen in shooting range of the frigate, but not on this turn because you are out of moves. We have this... ironclad now, which we can actually bring down and get into the fight. You can actually attack that frigate in a single turn, just destroy it completely. So let's go for that. Oh no, didn't quite get it. And now obviously you're within shelling distance of Ormus and everybody else. But what we could do actually, now that we know you're safe, is we can bring you forward. We can actually use you to finish it off. So at least this ironclad's only going to get shelled by Ormus. It's not going to get shelled by that frigate as well. So we're lining up to take Ormus. We're definitely getting in a good position for it. Yeah, I 100% expected that to happen and him to get shot at by the Gatling guns and everything else. But that's fine. Okay. Know that you should massed armies attack. Oh, no. Oh, sorry, I can't read today. Know that should your massed armies attack, the full might of Germany will be unleashed upon your nation. Yeah, that's fair enough. I think that's mainly just because we have quite a few of his... quite a few of our units around his city. I think that's the reason why he's got a bit of a grump on there, which is fine. Of course, I could have just taken Hamburg. Germany's not really a threat to me right now, and I could have just taken Hamburg out instead of liberating it, but to be fair, I wanted to see what happened. Okay, what have we got? You have a promotion. Let's give you speed, because we want to get you into the battle as much as we can. We're going to start moving over towards Karakorum, because of course we do want to take that out. They don't appear to have any ships here. Don't think they've got anything that can range us. Of course, we don't have the range distance either, so we're going to sit you there. This ironclad has had a promotion. We are going to give you Coastal Raider, because why not? We're also going to bring you back into our own territory so you can heal up. You're also going to... Do you have the range? No, so you're going to come here and you are going to fortify until healed. They've got a lot of workers around. Not really too tempted to do anything about them right now. I think what I am going to do is... I'm going to remove their land units here if I can. Before I take Ormus, the main reason for that is, if I take Ormus, they'll just move back in with this melee unit and take it back, which we don't want to happen. Right, you've decided you are going to go over there, have you? Well, we're not having that. So let's get you destroyed. Now, I'm not particularly bothered about taking out Turfan. It's not all that important for us to do. It might be worth taking it out and raising it, though, just so they can't come and take back Karakoram. Of course, they still have Beshbalik over here as well anyway. I will consider pounding on that. In fact, you might as well start shooting at it already because you do have the distance to it. They've got a great admiral in there as well, so if we can get rid of that city, it's not a bad thing at all. We want Germany to eventually realise we're not hostile. Let's move away from their border a little bit. You can continue to heal up. You are going to make your way around here also. Again, you don't have the range, but you're mainly just sitting on sentry duty in case they start to try and get any other units out. And this other ironclad is going to... Let's get it down into Kathmandu's borders because we can heal up down here. It does count as friendly territory. We've got a new spy. But what are we going to do with that spy? Currently, what we're doing with all of our spies is rigging elections, which we may as well carry on doing. Where shall we move you? Where would be a good place to get you? I mean, we know that they've got a counter-intelligence spy in Salzburg, so any attempt to steal text from Austria is going to end up with us getting another spy killed, so it seems a little bit pointless doing that. I don't think that Mongolia are ahead of us technologically. Sweden could be. Let's pop a spy in Sweden. Actually, I'm going to pop a diplomat in Sweden because I just want to know what they've got going on. It should be a nice thing to do. We've got this submarine, of course, which isn't really serving a lot of purpose down here. So I'm going to bring it forwards towards the front line, just in case anyone decides they're going to bring any boats to the party. And we'll go on to the next turn and see what happens. Okay, a unit needs orders. We have our other submarine here. Wasn't aware we had a second one, but apparently we do. We are going to have to deal with the Incans at some point as well. I don't think we're going to have much to deal with in terms of boats for the time being, so I may end up just leaving that submarine where it is. Okay, what are we going to do with you? You have managed to get forwards a fair bit. Can't get you within range to do anything useful. So we might as well just have a few shots at some of their workers over here while we can. Not that it really matters. And we'll go on to the next turn. And we'll see what interesting and exciting things happen. You want to give me gold for pearls? I'm going to say yes, because the more we do it trade-wise, the more likely he is to become friendly. It would be nice if he could open his borders up there. Obviously, we did go to war with him at some point, so he's never going to be best friends with us, but we'll see what happens. And the barbarians get their turn, and not much else happens. So you're going to continue to shoot at these guys, because we don't want them healing up as much as they are. You are going to move into position and do the same. Nice job. They're almost finished. I think you guys are actually going to continue just firing at Turfan, so we can hopefully take that out. You have the range boost as well, so you're going to fire at Turfan. You don't have the range boost at this point, sadly. So we're going to bring you down here, and you can continue to ping off their workers, just to annoy him. What else do we have up here? You don't have the range bonus either. I'm going to bring you over here, because you can sort of jump backwards and forwards between these two positions if need be. So let's kill off one lot of their workers straight away. We do have this privateer over here that's now fully healed, so I think we're going to move you a little bit closer to here so you can pop in and take that when needs be. Let's put you on alert. What do we have? Edinburgh has finished a submarine. Well, I don't think we need any more subs right now. I don't think Edinburgh has any wonders either. We do have a workshop in all cities. Let's go for the ironworks here, actually, and get that in Edinburgh. That'll be quite nice to do. Now, you guys can't actually attack Karakoram at the minute, so there probably isn't really a lot you can do. I mean, we could try and hit and run. I could come down here, of course, and start firing at some of their land units. Especially when it's things like this, because, of course, there's a very limited range on the Gatling guns, so it makes it nice and easy for me to take them out here. So that, you know, every unit we take out makes life easier for us. Of course, we now have this submarine, which is a little difficult to get around to the front lines. But I think what I'm going to do is move it up here more towards where the Incans are, because we know that the Incans did have a lot of boats the last time they went to war with us. So us having a lot of submarines sort of in position ready, let's be honest, they could decide to strike at any time, even when we are at our weakest. I could still declare war on Germany if I wanted to and try and take Hamburg back. I mean, admittedly, I did steal his capital, but he just seemed very ungrateful that I tried to offer it back to him. We're going to use our submarine to have a little bit of scouting around here. It might be worth trying to become friendly with Zanzibar and Vancouver, to be honest. Zanzibar, we will pledge to protect them, and we will just throw gold at them. They are friendly. How much? 10 more influence. If we give them another 1,000 gold, we didn't need to give them that much, but I mean, look how many boats they have. They've got 3 privateers. They've also got a galleass, which isn't great, but 3 privateers is really nice. And then we'll eventually have, with Vilnius should be relatively easy to get as well. And then what we'll end up having is sort of 3, or even get Leventa, 3 or 4 city-states that are really, really close to their capital, which will give us some amazing support when we get to that point. So let's continue on to the next turn. We do have time for another turn or two. Austria and Germany are now friends. Friendly trade route plundered. Well, of course, that wasn't actually my trade route, so it was a trade route between Cusco and Berlin, so it was actually an Incan boat that it took. Rigging some elections, all good stuff. Barbarians, replaceable parts. We could now build the Statue of Liberty if we had the right... Let's get rid of all of this. Right, what have we got going on? Barbarians up near Berlin. Well, let's put this submarine to good use, shall we? And attack this galley. Not a problem there. Okay. Who or what has had an upgrade? You have had an upgrade. Logistics, an additional attack per turn. That is not a bad thing to have, because now you can fire. And actually, I'm just going to get you to fire at Ormus because you've got the range. I should have done that, actually. I should have just fired twice at Ormus. And you can fire at these guys. Oh, we killed the guys. They're just shooting at the workers now. Bit of a waste, but never mind. You are going to move up here and just continue to fire on these workers. You're going to help out. You guys are going to continue to bombard Turfan. Doing a fair amount of damage to it anyway. Yep, we got you. We know about that, so we can get rid of you. Barcelona has finished its amphitheatre. We've also got a ship of the line here, which I forgot about. It's mainly on guard duty, just to stop anybody trying to backdoor us and take Barcelona. So I think it's fine to leave that there. Now, Barcelona... No, it wasn't Barcelona, was it? It was Madrid. Madrid had quite a few wonders in there. We've still got... We've still got Madrid as a puppet, actually. What we should be doing... Barcelona is going to build a university. Let's try and get some more science. Madrid is... We're going to annex that right now. And what's it currently doing? It's building a castle. We're going to insta-purchase a courthouse just to stop any unhappiness problems there. And we are also going to purchase a... monument for culture, and we're going to purchase a hotel because we do have a few world wonders here, so that's definitely going to help things out there. London has finished its hotel. Not really been playing the religion game, so I've just been saving up and not doing anything with it at all, so there's probably not an awful lot of point me doing anything there. We could get some extra production, though I don't really know if I need it right now. Let's go for the happiness. Got units that require orders. This privateer can't do an awful lot, so you're just going to sit there, basically. I did want to have a look at the culture overview, because we knew that we were having some problems with our ideology. We still have minus 12 or 12 unhappiness. We have dissidence, mainly because people prefer freedom. And the reason that people prefer freedom is that Austria actually has quite a lot of cultural influence. If we actually look at it by country again and look at Austria, Austria's influence over us is falling, but they do still have quite a bit of tourism output. But they have a lot of culture anyway. Tourism's not as good as me. Hopefully I will start to be able to push it the other way. Anyway, the thing is, it's not ever going to be enough unhappiness to really be a problem for me in any case. Okay, apparently you... Oh, right, okay. 1 additional attack per turn. But apparently, for some reason, it looks like you can actually shoot and move. Because you can't fire anymore, but you can move. Very interesting. So not only do we get 2 attacks per turn, it doesn't actually mention that anywhere. Logistics just says 1 additional attack per turn. Let's just have a quick look. If I could type it, it'd be better. Logistics, 1 additional attack per turn. Yeah, it doesn't actually say that it gives you the ability... Because we did attack twice. We fired once at these guys. We fired once at Ormus. And, well, you guys can't really do anything. I'm not too sure where they moved their Gatling guns to. We could start firing at Karakorum, but it's probably just going to end badly for us. You're going to just sit there on guard and do the same thing. So let's go on to next turn. And we'll play out this one final turn and call it a video. There's their Gatling gun. They moved it back to heal it up. They're moving a great general out there as well. Onto the turn of Sweden. Onto the turn of the city-states. Yeah, moving his general down here to turf, and it's not really going to help an awful lot. I'm not sure if the general actually affects melee units that are garrisoned inside a city. That's something that I'm unaware of. It would be interesting to know. Yeah. You can... stay there on guard duty. You can stay there on guard duty as well. It's just because obviously we're close to the city, so everything automatically pops up as being close by and being a threat. But we'll continue to bombard with you guys. Doing quite a bit of damage. Right, you can fire twice now, so we're going to fire at Ormus, although Ormus isn't actually taking all that much damage now, but we can fire at you twice, which helps. See, it still has movement points available, even after firing. So that's quite good. We've also had a great admiral born. I suppose that's going to be London, isn't it? Probably. Oh no, it's actually Edinburgh. So we could take you and move you around here to the front line. It's going to take you forever to get there, but it's probably worth doing anyway. So I'm not too bothered about firing at your workers. Let's move forwards. Obviously, there is a very, very realistic chance that this ship is going to start taking hits from Ormus. We expect that. You're not at full health, so let's continue to fire at your workers. You are going to move around here, which will give Ormus another target. And of course, there's nothing... Well, there is a Gatling gun garrisoned in Ormus. But as long as I don't get in the adjacent hex, the only thing that can actually hit me is Ormus itself. So we should be good there. You don't need to move anywhere at all. This is brilliant now. If you've actually got a ship that has logistics, you can move into range, fire twice, and move out of range. That's absolutely brilliant. And it has a range of 3 as well, so this ship is absolutely immense. This is definitely the first ship that I'm going to upgrade to a battleship when I get enough money to do so. Looks like the Incans are having a little bit of barbarian problem over there. I do not care one little bit about that, but it is good that it is happening all the same. You guys just need to sit tight, and that's pretty much all I can do for this turn. Didn't get quite as much done as I would have liked to have done, although we did manage to liberate Hamburg. Not too sure if that was the most sensible of decisions. But we are still building up our navy. We are in a much stronger position now to take over Mongolia. We will be taking out Ormus on the next video. Possibly even Turfan as well before going for Karakorum. And then it's probably going to be a case of taking on Sweden. Stockholm is relatively big, but they don't have many cities. So once it's actually taken, Sigtuna, or whatever... however that's pronounced, isn't going to be able to do an awful lot. So Stockholm should be relatively easy to take. Of course, they do have Helsinki down here near my city of Nottingham, but again, it's not all that well defended, and I could take that out if I needed to. And after that, we will be on to this massive yellow and green blob on the left-hand side of the map, which represents the Incans. They are going to be a bit more of a pain to eradicate. But luckily, Cusco, their capital, is on the coast, so it should still be nice and easy to get my navies to. And if I can bribe Vancouver, Vilnius, and Leventa to join my cause, they're going to have a lot of issues to contend with. But that is something for another time. So guys, thanks again for watching. Hope you still enjoying the series, and I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.